I'm going to copy the link. Here we go. Copied. Here we go. Paste. Here we go. Thanks, Pavel. Appreciate it, man. What's up, Goldenbaba? What's up, this? What's up, that, brothers? Ho, ho, yo, ho, ho. Yo, hoes. Oh, my little buddy. What do I do? I need my little buddy. I'll be right back. Hold on. Anyone want to jump on? I'll let you on. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. Give me a sec.
Yo, man, what it
Hey, what's up,
is?
Golden Baba?
Hey,
How you doing?
good.
Oh man, I need my hat. My bald spot is showing. Hold on.
All right. Where's that Angelic Slayer? We need to get dueling Angelics on here. We need to pop that angelic wig on and
Yeah, the wig. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Maybe I'll do
Look at
that.
that sailor cap. Wow, man, you
Little
got all
buddy,
the
little
costume
buddy.
gear,
Where's my
man.
little
Check it out.
buddy? Huh?
You got all the costume gear.
Yeah, I figured I'd invest in my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's somebody else? Somebody else come on and keep you company because I can't
Yeah.
be around very much. Nobody's. Where's Curly?
We need
Where's
Curly. We need Angelic. We need
Yeah.
Mike the Snake.
Come on, boy. Let's see here. He answered the siren call of Car Talk. Watch adjacent live streams.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Princess needs to lay off that schnauzer. Yeah, Princess is, out of control. Yeah, she just wants to play. I know. Come on, somebody jump on. Because I can't entertain y'all. That's why I'm out here in the garage. I'm perfectly fine with people, coming on and just bantering. Banter. Banter. How's it going, Golden Baba? What are you up to?
Pretty good. Not much. Not much. Just relaxing. Probably gonna make some dinner here pretty soon.
Nice. What do you
What
have?
about you?
Yeah, I'm going to have dinner fairly soon, too. I need to do a little bit of piano practice, but we're going to have dinner.
How many
What do you have for
hours do you
dinner?
practice a day?
Huh?
How many hours do you practice every day?
Not enough.
No?
Once upon a time, 3 or 4 a day, and now it's like less than an hour a day, sadly. Hey, Mental Jock, what's up, man?
Mental Jack.
Herman and Baba, my morning entertainment as I drive to work. Thanks, gents. Right on. Where's somebody else who can come on and keep Baba company? Nobody?
Someone, anyone.
Yeah, anybody. Where's T Dubs? Where's my brother?
Double bubble.
Show went the distance today, Mental Jock. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Just hold tight. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Dead air is the best air. Curly, save me. Save me, Curly. Double bubble, where are you? Jax. Jax. Wake up, Jax.
Nobody's coming on. Yeah.
Oh, you got some echo.
Oh. Yeah.
Microphone in the pocket trick.
Let's see. There we go.
There it is.
That's better.
Hey, so you got a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, or did you go higher than that?
No, that's as far as I made it. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah, it's very addictive, huh?
Yeah, it was good exercise. Really, really good exercise.
Very.
Nothing beats grappling for getting winded and worn out.
Yeah,
But
you grapple for 1 minute. Even if
yeah,
you run marathons, it really shows you
yeah, right.
something
Yeah.
else.
Let's see. Do I need to re-watch Archie's show, Pavel? Pavel says, Mike, fix the fender damage with channel locks.
That's right.
Yeah. Channel locks are a diverse tool. You can use it for a lot of things. I stir paint with the channel locks too.
Bend it back to pristine, man.
Ah, come on, get somebody. I need somebody to entertain my friend Goldenbaba. Anybody, anyone. There's
I could
17
read a
people
story.
watching.
I could read a story to everybody.
There's 18 people watching. Come on.
18 people. Wow.
Where's Curly? Yo, Curly.
Curly, save us.
Yeah,
Angelic Slayer, save us.
I came on because a stream was in demand. I can't hang out, but I'd like for y'all to engage if you want. But I don't want Pavel talking to himself. Oh man, come on, one person. Come on, I got 18 people. Come on, one person.
Dis, Jerez,
One.
dis. Click the link, man.
Yeah.
Save us.
Drop the link again here. We go. Come on, give us
Mental
some love.
Jack. Mental Jack. Gonzo on the Dodge, man. Give us the Dodge Gonzo.
Yeah, Jock, jump on. Pin the link. I don't know how to pin it, but I posted it. Let's see, pin. I don't know how to pin.
Pin it.
Oh shit. Pin. Hmm. Come on, come on, come on.
Come on.
Now touch me,
Why don't you take
babe.
us to watch you practice? That'd be sweet.
I got something going on in the house. I can't.
Oh,
Blondie is right. Herman, play Moonlight Sonata for us, please. I can do that tomorrow. This has to sleep. Hmm. Well, I'll be back in 1 minute. If nobody
all right,
jumps on, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll be right back.
all right. Jump on Thomas Burnett. Jump on Thomas Burnett. See this. Sleep well.
Oh, man, nobody. I don't know. Goldenbaba, it's up to you if you want to hang out a little bit longer and see if somebody shows up. Otherwise, I'll just shut it down and try again tomorrow.
I could play retro video games like Clyde.
It's
What do you think?
up to you. I'll leave it going for the time being. If see if
Yeah,
somebody
man.
jumps on.
Stream hours.
Up to you.
I was hoping somebody would join me.
Yeah, me too. Hmm.
We need to work out keys for your channel here, Herman.
Yeah, that's right. I got to figure that out too. I think I know how to do moderators. I just need email addresses.
Ah, okay.
Pavel, do it blonde. Is Blondie on here?
Uh, I don't know. I don't see her. She must be here somewhere.
Anyway. Well, you're being a good sport, hanging on like
Well,
this.
I love you, Herman. You
Oh,
know?
thank you, my friend. I
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
that.
You're a talented man.
Likewise. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, hmm. Oh man, I'm sorry. I guess I got to shut it down. It doesn't look like nobody wants to come on.
Premature.
I can wait a few more minutes if you want.
Yeah.
All right. Wait a couple more minutes. I'll be back. I'll be back.
All right.
I'll be back.
Good monologue it. Angelic, save me. Angelic, save me. Please. What's the biggest news of the day? Well, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest news of the day is the twerking skills of Ross Rachel Brady. I mean, the way he popped his ass like that. Come on. I mean, I don't know if you were. There you are. Hey, Curly, click the link, man. Save me. Just me here. Herman is just appeasing the audience here. The audience asked for it. That's right, Pavel. He was popping and locking that ass. I mean, you can't fuck with unbridled talent like Ross Rachel Brady. You give him a platform, and he's just gonna show you who he is. You know, that's real talent right there. But in other news, we also had the rolling of the fender, or the unrolling rather, by good old Mike the Snake, who now has declared that we shouldn't talk about his dog, shouldn't talk about his car, and fuck, he just got a Speedmaster, so no one gives a fuck about that really. So what are we going to talk to Mike about, you know? So, but by the end of the show, he realized that, he's got to have some topics to talk about. He can't show off his guns. He, can't show off. What can we talk to him about? So, exactly, not to be discussed, off limits. He brings it up, and then when you want to talk to him about it, he says "fuck off," So, is what it is. It's a total power move. In other news, Millhouse went shopping. We saw a nice Gonzo stream from inside that Subaru, and that was a pleasant surprise as well. Also had the dog trainer and retro video game sounds. That pretty much sums it up.
Well, looks like we're waiting on Curly.
Yep, Curly's coming.
That's good.
He's gonna save us, Herman. He's gonna
Yeah.
save your stream.
Yeah. Thank you, Curly. Hopefully it's just a couple of minutes, not a couple of
Hours.
Yeah, lifetimes.
No. Yeah, he'll be on.
Let's see here.
He's probably switching devices.
Biggest news of the day. I think
Yeah.
isn't Mike's car is the biggest news of the day, right?
Yeah, I just covered that when you were away. Yeah, Mike's
Okay.
unrolling of the fender. That's one of the top topics of the day. Like I said, he doesn't want to discuss it.
All right, we got Curly.
Lemon Curly.
Yo, what's up, Curly?
Boys,
Hey,
Herman, what the fuck is this shit? This fucking
500 volume here. 500 volume,
Is it?
Curly.
I'm on my Chromebook. Hang on a second.
Fucking hell.
I don't know how to adjust the volume.
I got it.
I'll fix it.
Fuck, it's on automatic. Let me. Better?
It's even louder. Shit.
Is that better?
Even louder.
It's louder now?
Yeah,
Fuck, man. Jesus fucking Christ. How's that?
Same so
Better.
far.
What
That's
the
good.
fuck?
That's good. That's all right. Yeah.
I just went whipping. What, Herman? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? Why is the curmudgeon? Why is the curmudgeon insinuating that I have something to do with you blocking him on your channel?
I didn't hear that. I don't know.
You're trying to help him. Are you kidding me, Curly? You're helping him.
What? I mean, am I getting the wrong message sent to me? I mean, I actually listened to his show towards the end last night because I was trying to fall asleep.
Curmudgeon.
Yeah, and I get this. Well, I have quite a good idea of why Herman and how Herman, how I could be blocked, why I'm blocked on Herman's channel. I have a feeling that I know who's responsible for it. What the fuck, Herman? I'm over here trying to fucking be like helpful and squirrely in the Archieverse, and I'm being accused of
Oh, I don't know.
having some type of.
I wouldn't.
You're
worry
malicious, Curly. You're a malicious cunt,
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah,
We all know it.
What do I give a fuck about this fucking curmudgeon? I give a fuck if he jumps on your channel or not.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna insist that now if I appear on Marcelo's channel, he's gonna have to. If the guy is gonna accuse me of being responsible for him being blocked on your channel, I'm gonna get him blocked on Marcelo's channel.
Block his ass.
What do you think about that, Herman?
Yes.
Well, you got to do what you got to do. It's I'm
I
staying out.
don't, Herman, I would never ever do that to people that run channels. I'm not Higgy. I don't put conditions on people, channel owners.
Herman,
That's just unfair.
Yeah.
before you go, I have
Uh,
some speculation here about Dirk. I think he sensed that you were a powerful grappler, and that's why he was scared of you.
I think he did wrestling in high school too.
See,
So I
he could
don't
feel
know.
the power. He saw that, game recognizes game, He
No,
could tell.
I remember what Dirk's excuse was. You don't remember it,
What?
Hermie? All right.
He had to do with laundry or something
No,
like
the
that.
way Dirk figured it is that he didn't care what kind of a disposition that Herman had, but the problem is because he was going to be on the boat, and once the boat left the dock, he couldn't fucking leave. So he was like, "What if I don't like Herman? How do I leave if I'm on a boat?" So he said that's why he goes, "There's no way I want to be stuck on a boat with Herman." I mean, he goes, "I don't care if Herman's a wrestler. So what? So he's a wrestler. But if I'm on the boat, how could I leave?" So then he's
Fuck,
like,
man, Dirk's a wrestler too. What's he got against wrestlers,
"Ah,
man?
but I guess Dirk doesn't like confined spaces. So what he said was he was just going to bring the ribs to the dock to show
If
up.
I ever see Dirk and we're on a boat, I'm throwing him off the boat.
I was like I didn't get what Dirk's argument was about being on the boat, especially because I was like, wait a minute, Herman offered $500 to wrestle Archie. Okay,
Fuck, I
it
would have
didn't
done
have
that.
anything to do with Dirk. So why would you make this excuse up that just because you're on a boat, in
Because he
the
didn't
end,
have the nuts, Curly. He didn't have the nuts to challenge Arch. I would have challenged Arch too.
no,
Fuck that.
in the end, it was good because we ended up convincing him to go. So and look at what turned out. I mean, he made a great fight. Hang on a
Did
second.
Herman get to wrestle? Herman, did you wrestle Arch? Herman left already. Ah, fuck. I'm all alone here.
All right, Baba, let's get to the most
Oh.
important part. What the fuck are we gonna do about Mark Goldberg fucking censoring Ross Rachel Brady?
I think we settled it. I mean, because the big problem is not Mark. I see the big problem as the donor who tried to censor him. That's the big problem.
And you know what? Hey guys, listen, let me tell you something. It wasn't Tan. It was not Tan. Tan was asking who is the person that PayPal this big money to to I guess to put a leash on did you see Ross Rachel Brady fucking snap? Did you catch that, Baba?
When you say snap, what do you mean?
Okay, Ross Rachel Brady was pretending to smoke something, right?
Yeah.
You caught that, right? Because me and you were
Yeah.
like, "What's he smoking?" Then when he tried to talk, somebody muted him, and Mark said it wasn't him, but I believe it was him. And he started. You know what? I don't know how to pull up a clip. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find that part. He started fucking giving the finger to the camera. He was like, "Fuck you, fuck you," and then
Really?
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then people caught it in the chat, and then Mark put in the chat because it comes up as Archie Luxury, but I know it was Mark. He's like, "I didn't do it. Archie did. I didn't do it. I didn't get Ross mad."
Oh shit! I missed that part.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was good. It was good. How much to what? Pavel says, "How much to out the PayPaler?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good question.
I don't look. I don't get it. I mean, I don't mind that. Kelso came on and he did a great Gonzo stream, but the thing is, I mean, Ross is grade A, man. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mm.
I got a stupid phone call that just happened.
Uh-oh.
I'm unauthorized streaming right now just to help Hermie and Baba out. So what's going on here? Are we witnessing the collapse of the Roman Empire with Archie? So we got.
I believe so. What do you think? You saw what he said about the apartment.
I think that we have. I think we have to turn the tables and make this to our advantage. We need to make this our own shtick.
How?
I think we need to make Archie. I think we need to make Archie suffer for his misdeeds.
Well, I tried to put the TW thing in there. He went for it.
TW's. Look, we've lost TW. TW's gone to the other side. He's company man.
Yeah,
We already know that. You heard the whole. You saw what Archie did, buttering him up. I mean, but Archie's basically hedging his bets that he's going to be. He's probably going to end up being T-Dub's roommate if this whole him and his wife thing don't work out.
That's what it seems like.
There's no way Archie can afford a fucking apartment. Ain't gonna happen. Where do you think he was last night? He was in his fucking car. He probably pretended that he was. He probably got into an argument and said, "You know what? You think I don't have options? Watch this." And he
When
left.
he got sucked off by a gay dude at a gay bar. So
Yeah, and he left.
He was all
he
sweaty,
was in his car.
getting sucked off.
And then by the end of the show, he's back in the studio, Baba. He did one of those. He did one of those fake outs. You have an argument. You tell your wife, you think that I don't have a place to stay? You don't think I could stay somewhere? You know who I am? Watch this. And he left. And then by the end of the show, he was back in the studio. You saw that. So there's no way. He's not the kind of person who's got an apartment already on the side. It ain't gonna happen. I'm telling you, or else he wouldn't be stroking TW so hard for a place to stay. But you're right, man. There is no way you could tell me that if he does, and it's going to be up to his wife. If his wife boots him, he's going to end up at TW's place. And we need to have that. We need to have some long Gonzo streams if that happens. Can you imagine that?
I said in the chat, it's going to be Super Chat Gold. I mean, it's.
Hey, Hermit. What is Herman doing? Is Herman pulling up?
He put his check the chat. He put his email in there, so you can have keys. Herman.
Keys? What do you mean?
Yeah, so you can run clips, man.
What is he doing? Is he trying to be like Watch Nicholas or something?
That's right.
Hey, Bob, I came on here more for you than for Ernie. What does he do? Why is he starting to stream if he's not gonna?
Well, because he figures that we could run the pirate ship here without him, but if we can't run clips, it's going to be hard.
Please apply at what the fuck? Please apply at CW. What is that? That's his. What did he? Why is he putting his email?
That's him.
What's he going to do? Send keys to himself?
No, he's going to send keys to people that send emails to that.
Doesn't
email.
he have the beach apartment? You mean the rental property? No, Blondie. I think what we need to realize is that that apartment is I think where one of his kids lives. So unless he's going to move in with one of his sons.
I can't see Blondie's comments. That's so weird.
You know what? No, it's not weird. Her comments are not in his StreamYard, but they're on YouTube.
What the fuck? Why is that?
All right, you know what, Hermie? You must have blocked a few people when you were in one of your moods, because on YouTube. Okay, let's see. Does he have? Okay, I see Damascus. Okay, I don't see Blondie's comments, so he blocked Blondie at some point.
Weird.
Yeah, he did. Okay. Who else did he block? Let me see.
We know he blocked Crappy.
All right, wait a minute. Let me try something here. Okay,
we see you.
He didn't block me. Okay. Now the other person I want to see if he blocked Mookie is. Have you seen Mookie at all? I see Jack.
We see Rufus. I'm unblocked as well. Constantly negative. Come on.
Herman.
Blondie's a fucking star, man. We need Blondie here.
Herman, you blocked Blondie. That's what he did with. You know what? That must be what he did with. Well, no, but you see, the thing with Crappie is weird because I didn't see Crappie's comments on. Nobody could see Crappie's comments on YouTube, so he must have did something strange.
He double blocked him.
He didn't block you. Yeah, I see your comments.
Yeah. Yeah, Pavel's always negative too.
Where the fuck's Marcelo? I thought Marcelo was supposed to do some cooking stream.
You know how that works. You know, he gets some business and he just fucks us right off. He doesn't say hello, goodbye.
What is Herman doing? Herman's typing comments, but he won't talk on his stream.
He's in the house.
He says, I didn't block Crappie. Okay, well, you know what? I mean, I just hope that you make it clear to him that I have no influence. I have no
snappy with this here.
Yeah, Herman, I have no influence over you. I would never ask you to block anybody on your channel. I simply was trying to do my part to help him. Now, I'm not doing my part to help you because
Blondie doesn't hate you, Herman.
Yeah, Blondie does. Well, why would you say that? Blondie doesn't. Blondie. Listen.
Blondie supported you, from what I remember.
Herman, Blondie is a reactor. Okay, so if you kind of troll her, she trolls back.
Yeah.
I don't need hate. Ooh. No.
You believe this guy? We're running his fucking stream with no keys, and he's snapping at us like a fucking turtle.
No, he's not snapping at us. He's just
trying to provoke some. Calm down.
He's giving his side of the story. Hey, look, you know what? I know Blondie had a tendency of calling Herman a spruiker. Like he was always like Whiskey Reaper tries to spruik his channel.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, Blondie doesn't like that.
He's practicing on the keyboard. Sorry, the piano, to be correct.
Oh, is he really doing a performance in New York City?
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, we need boots on the ground for that. Wait a minute, Herman. If you're doing a performance in New York City, you need to involve Blondie. Blondie's got to be the on-the-ground tech for that.
That's right.
You need a Gonzo streaming tech coordinator, a correspondent. Gonna
elevate the Herman brand to a whole nother level.
That's it, Blondie. Yeah, you know what, Blondie? Yeah, you know what? If Herman, if you don't resolve this blocking Blondie thing, she could easily start a dungeon right now. And you know what, Herman? I hate to say this, but I'm not that I'm picking sides, but I mean, Blondie is one of the main reasons that we have all these people over here that have high aspirations of Gonzo streaming. I'm not snapping at you, Baba. He's practicing the piano. That's why he's not there. That's what Blondie's saying. Herman, I'm finding this very awkward not seeing Blondie's comments in StreamYard.
It's kind of hard.
Yeah. Come on, Herman. This is a form of this is what Crappie does. This is not your style, Herman. Don't do this to people. You know, Blondie comes here. She wants to commiserate with the other people here. You see, the thing is that what Crappie doesn't realize is by him banning people who can't communicate with each other and enjoy each other's company, he's being very selfish.
That's right.
And he's denying other people of commiseration. The way I see it.
You know what I believe, Curly, is that love is that which enables choice, and censorship is not love.
What the fuck is what's this is an interesting exchange going on between Blondie and Herman. Who gave you the idea to start your own streaming? Hint. It was during a Crappie show. That was Blondie. That's Blondie talking to Herman. I have no problem with people attending, but I don't want to dox. Of course,
Oh.
Blondie will win. Sorry, Curly. Blondie. And I cared about you in the public safety when you were. Oh,
It's getting dark, really.
yeah, I know. Yeah. You mean when Herman was shooting fireworks? No, I don't. I mean, yeah, that's awkward. What's going on here? I'm not stamping at you, Baba. You have nothing. You've been nothing but nice to me. Yeah, we're all nice to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Curly. Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
I'll fix it later on. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, he apologized for it. I don't know what you guys are kind of talking about. I look, I know that I just don't like the awkward thing of people that we all talk to each other. So I mean, if Blondie ever wanted to jump on, I would feel uncomfortable that she didn't have the ability to jump on. I feel uncomfortable that I don't have the ability to see her comments on YouTube. And this is not a Blondie versus Herman thing. This is a Archieverse getting along kind of thing. That's all. I don't know who apologized to who, but he's clearly not practicing piano. If he can be typing, you guys, he can be here on his stream. Well, that's okay. I mean, I'm kind of here because Baba asked to come. I mean, if sounded like Herman didn't listen. If Herman didn't want to start a stream and he was asked to start a stream, and he bowed to the pressure of the Archieverse, you can't blame Hermie for not being here if Hermie had some other thing to do. But he was kind enough to start a stream and have me and Baba sit here. So I don't want to make Herman feel awkward.
Well, let's switch subjects.
For starting a stream that he probably didn't want to start, you know.
So what did you think about Mike getting jealous of Ross Rachel Brady?
Look, Baba, you know when I was telling you it's so hard to navigate the politics and personalities?
Mhm.
This is what I'm talking about. See, now what do you say to what am I gonna do? Am I gonna jump on and scream at Mark Goldberg because I don't agree with him backstaging and censoring Ross?
I wanted to see you jump on and scream at him. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, but on the other part, you got Archie who's so desperate. He's like, well, he goes, if I have, basically, here's what I see. I see that somebody allegedly paid Archie to put a leash on Ross Rachel Brady. So who am I to say to a channel owner,
well,
don't
like
put a leash on Ross Rachel Brady? But
like
all I
Mo
know
said.
is that, okay,
like
if
Mo
that's
said, it's a business.
Yeah, if that's the choice you want to make, then I could tell you this. I'm not there to hear homosexual fucking talk.
Yeah, the reason the show made money today is not because of Mark.
Yeah, if you guys want to have fucking Queen the Queen phone hour, then fine, have to. I mean, he is very lucky that Kelso jumped on and saved the show.
Sure.
Okay, because if he didn't, I could tell you one thing. I was going to tune out. I'm not there to hear fucking two queens, having a phone conversation about fucking nonsense. I'd rather see Ross dancing with his grumpy old man's fucking, shorts pulled up all the way up to his nipples and him dancing. I mean, at least that's funny,
Yeah, it's fresh.
And then Mike jumping on. The other thing is, I mean, we didn't even address the fact that Mike is snapping at the people in the chat for bringing up all these questions about a stream that he appeared on, problems that he talked about, and then he pretends that like somebody else is. What is there, an AI Mike? Was there an AI Mike on producer Mark's channel making
the best part? The best part is not like you were even showing the clip of him on that other show, right? If you really wanted to provoke this fucking guy, you'd be showing the clip.
I don't want to do that on the main show.
I know.
I did it. We did it on the
I'm
dungeon.
just saying.
We had a conversation. And people brought legitimate questions up on the main show, and then Mike was ready to snap.
Oh yeah.
I'm not fucking talking about my fucking car anymore. Okay.
Fucking 930.
Just pretend I don't even have a fucking car anymore. Now I'm here. Now ask me something else that doesn't have to do with the car. Well, what are we going to talk about? Your hairstyle?
Yeah, fucking Speedmaster. What are we gonna say?
So this is what I mean. This is why it's so hard to deal with all these, when I say politics, just substitute the word politics for personalities.
Yeah.
When you start dealing with that, I don't want to get in the middle of that. I can't ask Archie okay, Archie, give me a list, from top value to bottom value. So you are placing Ross way below Mark Goldberg and Rancher's value, which I have no interest in. I'm sorry. I'd rather see Ross dance in his fucking plaid underwear.
Yeah, a lot of people would. Look at what Pavel said. Kelso doesn't throw around Benjamins. That is true.
Yeah, but Kelso has a different kind of value. I mean, Kelso's he's like a hetero guy that you could pretty much assume is kind of gay, but he's not.
There
gay.
you go.
And he
I was about
gonzo
to correct you.
streams, and he's got Kelso's charming. He's charming in a heterosexual, bisexual kind of way. That's what I like about Kelso.
Borderline. Yeah.
I mean, look at Kelso. He had the balls enough. He's gonzo streaming. He did what Archie would never do. Okay, Kelso, go in there. Where was he at? In the Breitling AD?
There's somebody else that's blocked. I don't see Little Dave up in these comments on StreamYard. Little Dave must be blocked too.
Fuck, Little Dave is blocked.
Fucking hell.
What did Little Dave do to Herman?
Little Dave is a gentleman.
Jeez, Little Dave, how'd you get on Herman's nerves?
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, G God was okay.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. Little Dave looks like Herman.
Little Dave crossed the line.
Herman has me blocked, and I don't know why. Herman, what the hell? Jesus Christ, I can't believe it. He blocked Little Dave, but I'm not banned. I'm not blocked.
Yeah, Pavel's not blocked either. So funny. Just picks and chooses who he likes to take him.
Must be some mistake. Well, I don't know. Oh, look at Herman. I'll fix it tomorrow. Herman, you are hilarious. You are hilarious.
I was hoping that Angelic was going to jump on here and give us a reaction to the apartment.
Was he here?
Well, he was in the other chat right at the end, and I was telling him about the department because I guess he missed out on it. And I know he's been affected since he gave his Seiko.
How did Herman get pressured into starting the stream? Was it from Archie's?
Chat. Yeah, I did.
No, why is everybody pressuring Herman? Why isn't anybody? You know that Blondie has a channel.
Blondie schedules streams and she never starts it.
Blondie, why are you withholding?
Yeah, why?
We can't always put it on Herman. We can't always put it on Mookie. Can't always put it on the dungeon. You have to. Maybe you got to start a stream every now and then.
Yeah.
That's not how it went down exactly. Okay. We want you to run a dungeon. I dumb fucks curl.
I dumb fuck.
Yeah, but all right, Pavel, you want me to be 100% honest? Okay. The only reason I jumped on the dungeon today was because of Jack. Okay. I didn't want to. It sounded like Jack was going to go down the Poppy thing about Tim. I don't want him to do that. I don't like when Jack's emotional buttons get pushed.
Get the best of him, yeah.
So I kind of went on there to change the subject, and I really, I'm pushing. I don't like jumping on the stream and not being able to have the time to enjoy it. I don't like being under time constraints. Like right now, I really should.
You have a time constraint right now?
Yeah, I kind of am, because if I did have, we actually just finished dinner like 5 minutes ago, and my wife's waiting for us to take the walk with the dogs. But the thing is that as far as the dungeon goes, I'm just not feeling helping Archie out too much if he's not going to help himself.
Oh, man.
I hate to put it that way, but
Hey, Mo.
I don't want to hear the oh, we love you, Curly. Well, Curly, can you run some more dungeons? And then all of a sudden, I'm going to hear, oh, well, Curly, I heard that you were slagging me on the dungeon, on the Mookie channel. I didn't like that. I didn't like that shit. I don't like that little Weasley.
Let him say it.
Going
Let him
in
fucking say it.
little Archie's ear.
Let him say it.
Then you got Lux jumping on Mookie's channel so he could bill Archie $33. Look, Arch, I was helping on the Mookie launch. Because he does it. Plastic busted him. Plastic knows. Plastic knows that when we used to run dungeons and Lux would come on and he just sits there and he doesn't say anything, then all of a sudden he bills Archie. Look, Arch, look, I got a screenshot of me on the dungeon. I was helping. Curly wasn't going to run a dungeon until I talked him into it.
Well, just tell people not to super chat, and then you won't be helping them.
Hang on a second, Bob.
Yeah. Toyota Mo in the chat. Toyota Mo is not banned.
You know what? I don't see the link is not pinned on YouTube. So, Hermie, drop the link a couple of times. I can't stay too much, Hermie, but obviously you got almost 30 people. You got better numbers than Crappie. So drop the link a couple of times, Hermie. No, Toyota Mo's not banned. So far, for some reason, on Herman's channel, I guess Blondie's blocked, Crappie's. Now, I don't want to say banned. Blocked is different than banned. So far we see that Crappie's blocked.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, Little Dave is as neutral as it gets. How the fuck is he blocked? I would like to hear what happened with that. The problem is if we ask Hermie probably doesn't remember why he blocked these people. He probably rage blocked them.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So we're not going to get a story about, why he chose to block certain people.
Dirk, we need to know why you're terrified of Herman. That's what we need to know. Dirk,
I think
Diablo.
I think, Dirk, do I remember the story correctly? I think it was more about being in a confined space with Herman than actually being intimidated by Herman. But I may be wrong.
Did you think he was going to have to throw down with him? Is that?
I just remember him saying that the problem that he had wasn't exactly with Herman. It was with him being on the boat. But I think he was using Herman as an excuse. I don't think he wanted to be on a boat with Archie because you saw Archie completely smothered poor Dirk. I mean, it almost looked like a hostage video. I think the good thing that Dirk did, Dirk's not, Dirk's pretty smart cookie because what Dirk did was he distracted Archie with two things, ribs and the cowboy hat. So I think he disarmed Archie, from smothering Dirk, because Archie loves to smother Dirk. Did you see the actual footage from when Archie, kind of like was trying to smother Dirk and Dirk, he kept diverting to the rib. Oh, Arch, did you try the ribs? Oh, Arch, look at my cowboy hat. That's how Arch ended up with Dirk's cowboy hat on his head. So it was kind of smart. And then see, he had 3 distractions actually, but it never got to the third one. He got Archie, like when you look at the shiny thing, let the squirrel chase the shiny thing. So he distracted him with ribs, homemade ribs,
smart
cowboy hat, and then the last distraction, but I never got to it, was the Elvis sunglasses.
That's very smart. He had the
He
had the trifecta.
Dirk's a smart cookie.
Yeah, the trifecta of distractionary tactics there. Pretty smart, like a ninja.
So Nelson Oliveira says, "Hey Curly, just wondering if you give your dogs any treats. Goldberg will be receiving a care package in a few weeks of dog treats. I believe my dogs literally probably should eat twice a day because they're big dogs, but we only feed them once a day. Their food
Really?
has been the same since they were puppies. I get
Huh.
Imes, salmon and rice, sweet potato, and then the other one is lamb, rice, and sweet potato. So same
Kibble?
company.
Both kibble?
Yeah, the dried food.
Damn,
But
I
they
feed my
only
dog
get
raw food, Curly.
we
I'm
only
going
get
broke over here.
how-
I feed my dog raw food. I'm going broke over here, man.
no. You know what? But then I supplement that a lot with, if you want to call them treats. I don't call them treats. I call it, it's human food. But I usually have usually every year I catch about 100 to 140 pounds of salmon. So I always got I take the salmon out. Some of it I make beef jerky out of, and I leave the skin attached. And this is salmon. These are when the salmon come into spawn. So these are zombie salmon. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. When the salmon come into spawn, they change.
Morph.
They morph. Yeah. So they're not edible for humans, but they're really easy to catch. I mean, as a matter of fact, there's been times where I just take the net and I just scoop them, because they're just zombies, and it's not that far from my home. It's actually I go to Kenosha Harbor, Milwaukee Harbor, and that's when I catch a big bulk of. And then what I do is I bring them home. I make little strip jerky out of it, and then I also take and I boil it, bones and all, and I mix it with rice, and then we make I make like little meatballs out of it. The only treats that I buy from the store is milk bones, and they get a milk bone each once a day.
Wow.
But other than that, now the other thing that I kind of it's a little bit expensive, but I got this woman, and that's why I might consider buying a freeze dryer. I got this woman, and what she does is and also, Nelson, I get pig hearts, lamb hearts, kidneys, and what the fuck is the other thing that I get?
Livers?
Well, beef livers. It used to be cheap. I get gizzards, and I get chicken gizzards and chicken livers because I still get that shit for 99 cents a pound if I buy 10 pounds each.
Mm.
But I did have this woman, and what she used to do is she used to freeze dried tripe for me. And but that even got way expensive, so I stopped buying that stuff from her, and I replaced the freeze dried tripe with cooked chicken livers and chicken gizzards because I could still get that for a reason. Once it goes over $1 a pound, man, it's expensive.
Yeah.
For me. The same thing. Like I used to go and I could get a 25-pound bag of fucking bones, beef neck bones, shanks, and all that shit. But then as soon as that marrow shit started getting, the gourmet foodie shit.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, years ago when my other dog,
Oxtail.
the other dogs that we used to have, I used to go because my wife also, she makes these Puerto Rican. They're almost like tamales. They're called pasteles, and she used to make that out of beef tongue. So I used to go pick up fucking two 10-pound bags of beef tongue. I used to get it for like 99 cents a pound. Then all of a sudden it became a gourmet fucking thing. And the guy was like, "Hey, dude, I take beef tongues now. I vacuum pack them, sell them individually for $5 a pound."
Wow.
So I can't. So I was like, "Well, what the fuck can you give me? Neck bones? No more beef bones at all." I used to be able to go to a packing place that wasn't too far away from me and buy bulk, like fucking 25-pound bag of bones, shanks, hoof, like fucking cow hoof is fantastic for dogs. Their coat and shit.
Oh yeah.
But all that shit's fucking. I mean, now they use, cow hoof is very, very popular with for making menudo and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all, the only thing that right now you could still get, I could still get from the packing place is pork hearts, pork kidney, uh, pork liver, which is nothing like beef liver. And then with the lambs, I just get I could only get the hearts for a reasonable price. The other shit, the pork, lamb kidney, believe it or not, lamb kidney and lamb liver is actually, I guess people buy it because he's, like I said, anything that's more than a buck a pound, then I try to transition to something else. But chicken gizzards and the gizzards and the chicken livers, the dogs love it. It's good for them, and it's actually better. That's better to eat than actual chicken, poultry. Because I could get chicken sometimes for 99 cents a pound, but my one dog, he gets a bacterial skin thing from poultry. That's why even the dried food, I can't get him anything that's got fucking chicken in it.
Did you say you have a meat grinder?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I made earlier in the year, like it didn't get cold enough here. I actually went at the beginning of the year. It was fucking awesome because it was like we had like 5 or 6 days of like 0-degree temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
So I got these plastic panels that I set up, and I was like, okay, we're gonna dry some sausage. But the thing is, I had already made like 30 pounds of Italian sausage, and I had it frozen, and I could easily take it from the freezer and hang it and dry it. I make like semi-dried, kind of like little salamis.
Mm-hmm.
All I have to do is just dry it up in the attic because I got a whole house fan, and that the room is built under that, and then I just got to leave vents on each side. So I just make a little plastic room. By the time I fucking put up the panels and shit, fucking the cold snap fucking stopped because I need 10 days of solid cold, below
Right.
like 20 degrees. And then there's a guy that does it too that I usually buy it from when I'm not able to do it myself. And he's like, cuz it hasn't been cold enough. Because once you commit to it and you put it up there, if you don't have those cold days, one warm day, you're fucked. It fucking ruins it.
Curly, let me ask you a question. What's the blade's weapon of choice? Is it a flipping knife? Is it a switchblade, or what's the
No. Cleaver.
cleaver? Fucking hell.
Yeah, the fucking she's a it's either the cleaver or I actually got her a stainless and a carbon steel. She loved this show. There's these two fucking Serbian dudes that cook in the forest. There was this show called Amazon Kitchen. You ever see that? You ever see
Never
these
heard of
guys?
that.
Oh, dude, these dudes cook in the Serbian forest. Okay.
Oh, I've seen that before. That style though, where they're cooking.
Yeah.
In the
All right.
forest.
So
It's pretty good.
they started a store, and they make these handmade knives in Serbia. It's actually not a knife. It's actually like a fucking cleaver. It's a bullnose cleaver. So instead of it being square, it's got a bullnose in the front.
Oh yeah.
And she was like I want one of these knives because it wasn't so much the knife, it was because they made the sheets that the knives go in.
Mm-hmm.
It was the what the dairy cows, the black and white dairy cows.
Yeah.
Okay, so they made sheets. So just picture, when they make cow leather, they get rid of the fur, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they kept the fur on there. So I forget what they call it, but I mean, if I look it up right now on Google, I could show you. The sheets
Looks like
were
cow,
this.
though.
They were the black and white cow fur on the outside. It's leather on the inside, cow fur on the outside.
Wow.
So she was like, So what I did was I picked her up because the shipping at that time was expensive. Now they actually, it's some store here, but the knives were handmade in Serbia, hand forged in Serbia. So I got her a stainless steel cleaver and a carbon steel cleaver with those cow, because the sheets you had to buy them separate. So I got her the cowskin sheets, the black and white cowskin sheets. They were all handmade. And then I got her all these the spices that they use, because they use the Provenance spices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the shit's fucking phenomenal. I mean, they're obviously they grow the herbs and shit themselves, so it's like a mixture, like Serbian spice. It's got caraway seeds, it's got cumin, and they have spices for red meat, chicken, vegetables. So, but I think that they kind of they still sell the knives on their website, but I don't think they sell the spices so much anymore because I think they had the two partners that used to run that channel had a falling out after they got up because they got like 3 million followers. So now I think all they do is sell the knives. But yeah, that's what she did. She's she's cleaver and fucking and chef knife.
Have you seen those folding cleavers? They were popular a couple years ago.
You mean like the pocket knives?
Yeah, this Kaiser sheepdog.
I actually, my daughter got me one off of Amazon. It's a cheap shit knife, but I never had a like I like Spyderco knives, and I got a Spyderco like the Tonto blade. I got the spear blade, and she got me one for Father's Day gift. It's actually pretty cool. It's got a Damascus blade on it. It's a cheap shit. I think it's Taiwan made, but I like it. No, I never had a blade that's a cleaver shape. I actually got a straight razor that's a cleaver shape.
Oh, really? Yeah, pull up the Kaiser sheepdog. Take a look at it.
I can't pull up. Well, I could pull it up, but I can't pull it up.
Pull it up for yourself.
Kaiser sheepdog. I can
Yeah,
show you.
Kizer.
Are you a blade dude? You in the high
a little
end
bit, a little bit.
We got to do a show. JJ said he was. JJ's a blade nut too.
JJ loves knives. Yeah, he was into. Big
Yeah,
knives.
we were supposed to do a. I see it now. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not like. Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's like a mini cleaver.
Yeah, there's one model in here, Kaiser, like that. You see the Kaiser Task. What do they call this? Task blade. That's kind of like the one my daughter got me.
Oh, okay.
Sheepdog. Yeah, sheepdog.
Tonto.
No, sheepdog.
Sheepdog. Oh, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, I like ZT knives, and I got one of those Idaho ones too. What is it called? The one everybody loves. The
Benchmade?
No, not the Benchmade. It's the it's like $500 or something like that. What the hell is it called? Ken Reeves Benza.
Yeah, I never got goofy crazy with blades. Like, I mean, I hear my brother was goofy with that shit. He bought fucking like knives that were like $3,000. That dork from Canada that used to fucking mill them, make handmade ones, Gizmo or some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
He bought he went to we went to a sports show, and he walked out of the place and he bought a fucking knife and a pen from this Gizmo. He goes, "You don't understand. It's a fucking 2-year waiting list." And, I mean, the knife was it was cool, but it was just good. I mean, look, I understand that you put the knife in your hand and obviously you could tell it's a high quality handmade thing. I mean, but I mean, to get that goofy, spend $3,000 for a fucking knife and then fucking $800 for a pen that's just, it's the waiting. You know how long you got to get on this guy's list, and it takes a year and a half, and so I was like, what the fuck? So you paid fucking double because you don't want to wait? Why don't you just wait? What's it? Okay, now you got it. Now what are you gonna do with it? Now if he goes, he couldn't get that money back if he fucking wanted to. It's not like you're,
Well, like
whatever.
Pavel said, we can't pull up any messages here, but Pavel says that people that can't buy cool weapons buy knives. But Yeah, no, for me, I just need a couple knives that last a long time. That's pretty much it. I don't have dozens or anything.
Hey, look, I don't ever look at when I get the itch for collecting something. I could understand how people go overboard. I've gone overboard a few times in my life. My first thing was bikes and cars. I mean, I can't even tell you. The floorboards that I got on my bike now, I had fucking custom made. They were fucking $1,000 each. So I could understand when you go stupid. I mean, fishing reels and fishing gear. You could when a person starts getting into a hobby and collecting, it's like, and you got disposable income, you could get really stupid. So I'm never gonna shame anybody for
Yeah.
doing it. But my brother was funny with my brother because he was like, he went from a guy who had maybe like 3 buck knives and a couple of spider coals. He all of a sudden he took the leap into $3,000 fucking hand CNC'd handmade. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. If that's what you like, that's what you like. I mean, I would never shame anybody for doing that. I mean, believe me, I spent plenty of stupid money on things that people like look at.
Curly, if you added up all your reels and everything, all your fishing gear, how much do you think it's worth?
You know what? Just the stuff that I want to get rid of is probably worth 2 Daytonas because it got
Oh, man.
ridiculous, Bob. I mean, I told my wife, I'm actually gonna hire. There's a guy that
Sell it all
specializes.
for you.
Well, he kind of specializes on. He's a seller on eBay. I mean, I think he goes by Brody of the Lake or some shit, and I actually seen him a couple of times on some pretty popular fishing live streams. And what his actual job is, he goes to these professional fishermen, like bass fishermen and shit, because these guys are nuts and they get a lot of free shit. And then when they get old, like there's a guy that I followed that's actually out of Wisconsin. This old geezer. And I mean, like I said, you could get so ridiculous. And this guy actually hired, the guy. They were both on the live stream, and what the guy is, I mean, the guy's reached. His wife died. He's retired, fucking professional fisherman, and he's having this guy come in and he's basically going to sell his collection because the guy's he's like, I don't know how to sell on eBay, but I know what I got. I know what it's worth. And, I had this disease of buying and buying and buying. And this guy's actually got some of the rarest American made lures that go all the way back to the 1930s. You know what I mean?
Really?
And the guy's like, hey, look, he goes, I got a team of people. And he goes, basically what we do is we go and give people a bottom line of what their stuff is worth and what we're willing to pay. And we buy the whole thing. And then he goes, and my business is I'm a reseller on eBay. So it's like, I used to go to all these functions to where the reason that I was able to build up a collection, especially like my musky stuff, I got so much fucking musky shit, Bob, it would make you fucking laugh. And it's the reason I was able to do it is because I would buy stuff and then I would go to these shows and they have these, it's basically kind of like a flea market, like a before the show. So they used to have in Chicago, they used to have two muskie shows. And over the years, and especially being in the club, you get to know these people, and what you do is you buy and sell these fucking lures, and you build up your collection by buying and selling. Well, I stopped doing that a long time ago, So now I got this fucking pile of fucking shit, and I'm like, I really don't want. Do I want to go to a fucking show and fucking sit there and be a vendor and sell this? I don't have the time or willingness to do that. But I'm also kind of like reached the point where I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with this shit? I got to get rid of it. I got to give it to somebody or sell it to somebody that actually appreciates it. Some of it, what I'm going to do is, I know that there's a friend of mine. His son is in a high school fishing club, And what I ended up doing is I ended up borrowing the kid was it last year? No, it was the year before that. I borrowed the kid my boat because he didn't have a boat. So the smaller boat that I had at that time, I borrowed it to him, and I'm like, yeah, fish your tournament. And I might, like some of the smaller stuff that I got, I might end up in the cheaper stuff. But I mean, when I say cheaper, I mean it's still really good stuff. I think I'm gonna just donate it to the. There's 2 high schools in my area that have fishing teams, and I think I'll end up donating some of the stuff for that, and some of the musky stuff. I think I'm gonna talk to this guy and see what he'll give me, and then just get rid of some of the stuff because we're consolidating shit to move, And
Have
I'm
you
not
started looking at property yet in Texas?
we haven't started doing anything right now. We're going through some fucking shit on her side of the family.
Oh, that's right.
It's like
I forgot.
fucking.
Yeah.
It's like one thing after the other. I don't care about selling this house. I know will sell in this area.
Yeah.
The one thing that I told her, if I could get it down to two semis, I want to hire movers, and one semi is just going to be the stuff that I got in the garage and these sheds that I got, and between I got a new boat coming, so I want to be able to fucking already be in the process of moving, and this way I could get rid of one of the boats that I got, and then the other boat I'm gonna take with me wherever we move. I got a car to take. I got a fucking 18-foot trailer. I got my 4-wheeler. I got another aluminum trailer. I'm not gonna drive back and forth I want to fucking take the stuff, pile it in the fucking couple of semi trucks, and go down there. I want to get the place that I'm going to move into. I'll buy that first, and then worry about selling this place later.
Yeah,
but I want to do it. I don't want to spend another. And I do have to make time to at least 15 days. We got to go. When my daughter is here, she's going to be here for 6 weeks. I have to take at least 12 days while she's here. Take advantage of that because she could watch the dogs. And I'm going to go to Italy with my wife, and we're going to go visit. My mother's side of the family, and I want to see.
Nice.
I want to see my dad's side of the family, and I want to just visit. I want to visit his place one more time before I fucking. That'll be the last time I go see my dad's. Probably my dad's property in Sicily, So I got to make at least. It's going to take. We're going to spend at least 7 to 8 days in Bari on my mother's side of Italy, and then I need 5 days, at least 4 days, 4 to 5 days in Sicily. So, and I want to do that while my daughter's here, and then this way it relieves me from thinking about and my wife thinking about these mutts,
Right.
So it's just a lot of shit. And I mean, like I said, we already know what furniture we're gonna keep and take, and what we're gonna get rid of, and I'll give a fuck about that. I'll donate that. But the fishing stuff, I'm basically just going to get rid of. I want to get rid of all my musky stuff, and just the musky stuff alone. You would laugh. I mean, I got fucking 25 combinations of all set up for fucking muskies, and all my trolling gear for muskies, and I got fucking lures. I got lures. I don't even remember the amount. I got these musky tackle boxes. I got about 8 of them filled to the brim with fucking musky baits. What am I going to do with those? You know what I mean?
Like Dirk says, you're going to have a building named after you at the school. The Curly Q.
No, the school. Yeah, no, the school is going to be a lot of the just all the plastics and all the rods and reels that when I started, when you start in a hobby, you always start out with the, I don't want to say cheap stuff because I never bought cheap stuff, but like the lower grade stuff, like $100 reel, $100 fucking rod. Yeah, starter stuff. Yeah. I got so much starter stuff. I mean, I got to have between muskies, bass, and salmon stuff. I probably got 300 rods and reels. You know, but I mean, I was always like when I took people out, they never had to bring anything. I always had all the stuff for them. That's the way I like to do it. You know,
Sure.
so they all can experience having good stuff. You know. So, but I mean, like when you transfer seasons, like like spring was always salmon and trout, you know, and then when you transition into later spring, when muskie season opened up, you go to muskie, and you go to walleye, bass and walleye used to be on the bottom of my list until I had a person that I became very good friends with, and we had access to a fucking private lake in northern Illinois. And once I started fishing there, it was like the smallmouth and largemouth bass fishing was just fucking amazing. And then I had a friend of mine that bought a house in Delavan, and fishing Lake Geneva and Lake Delavan in Wisconsin, having access to that and having the ability to have a place to stay and have a place to, where I would bring my boat and we could spend 3 days out there without having to travel back and forth from home to the lake. It was beautiful. I mean, it just changes everything. Then you start going, you start getting the fucking fever of just always fishing. A lot of these places, I mean, there's lakes here in the Midwest that are, I mean, Lake Michigan in the Midwest, some of the best fucking salmon, steelhead, lake trout. We went to Lake Geneva ice fishing, and that's the thing that sucks, because that's the only thing that sucks about it being so warm. You go to Lake Geneva, there's places in Lake Geneva that are 100 plus feet deep. We go out there, I take my four-wheeler out there, we drill some fucking holes in an area and pull up fucking, 30 pound fucking lake trout. You're fishing at, they're 100 feet deep. And you stay out there all day jigging, drilling holes and jigging. But you catch that one fucking monster. I mean, pulling up a 35, 36 inch fucking, 20 plus pound lake trout out of a freshwater 100-foot lake, Lake Geneva. It was fucking amazing. But I'm right now, I've probably spent, that's the other reason I really don't haven't been doing dungeons. I've been spending hours and hours and hours putting together just the electronics that I'm getting on my new boat. But because I'm trying to decide whether I want to pay to have it done or whether I've always done it myself. But now I've reached the point where I'm like, you know what? As soon as I get delivery of this boat, I'm just going to ship it to Tennessee, and maybe I'll just have these dudes. I mean, fucking electronics alone and the wiring for the electronics and the lithium batteries. I mean, you're talking about spending $20,000 to have some other place do it. Where, and I have always enjoyed rigging. This will be my last boat. This will be the last fishing boat I ever buy. So my Princecraft, it took me a week to wire that thing exactly the way I want it, put exactly the electronics I wanted on it. And
you gonna put that big ass sonar screen on there?
Oh yeah, dude! I'm buying a mirror. I'm getting what they call a mirror unit, and it's going to be 22 inches for the front. The thing is, Baba, you know what happens? Once you get hooked on good electronics, you could never go back. It's like,
of course not.
Once you buy a car and you're used to buying a car with with whatever, heated seats or a moonroof or something, and you love it, you're never going to buy the car without it, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I can't fit the electronics. To me, the time that you spend on the water and the time that it saves you is worth every fucking penny. That's the best investment you can make on your boat for bringing your enjoyment of fishing to a completely different level, is the electronics. I know people could look and say, you have to be out of your fucking mind but if you wire it all up and you buy once, cry once, I'm telling you, if you love fishing, or it's like anything else. If you love hunting and you buy the best bow, or you buy the best rifle, or you buy it, And it just makes that experience of you spending that time so much more enjoyable. It's worth it. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
I've
Like,
spent hours trying to fucking decide on what combination of electronics I want, what lithium batteries I want. Cause like this boat that I got now, after I finally decided what I wanted. And the thing is too, if you're going to make that much of an investment, you don't want the shit to be outdated in 1 or 2 years. You know what I mean? I mean, fishing electronics it was to the point where every year your shit would be obsolete because they came out with something better. Now it's so good that it's almost you think to yourself, it's other than having underwater fucking drones catching the fish for you, it can't get any better. It's literally like a video game. Ice
like a
fishing.
video game. Sure.
Oh, Baba, ice fishing, the electronics that we use, the live scope that we use, and you got to have clean. The whole secret to it is having clean, consistent power. So it's not 12 volts anymore; it's 16 volts. And people look at you like you're fucking nuts because you set up an ice fishing shanty. And when we go, we have a fucking heater. We got our electronics. We got at this time, what I got now, the biggest stuff that I got is 12-inch screens. Now you're talking about 12-inch screens are tiny. So now you're talking about 16 and 22-inch screens. Well, if you got shitty eyes and you want to really like lose yourself in the shit, you got to spend the money for bigger screens. I mean, it's like it's like anything else.
Yeah,
but see,
it's like
the good
like
thing
cheating.
now, is you got these independent companies that got what's called mirror units. So
lets you mirror the display.
Yeah. So what you do is you buy like right now I'm trying to decide between Lowrance and Garmin, the advantages of each. But you say at the council, where you drive the boat, you're going to put a factory Lowrance or Garmin unit. Now this company that makes a mirror unit, they only make it only works with Garmin.
Right.
Okay. So that 22-inch that you put at the front of the boat, because that's where you spend the most time with the person you're fishing with, or you're on your own or whatever. But see, now Lowrance is coming out with this Lowrance Pro thing that the secret is it's an HDMI cable, so because most of the electronics, the connections that they make, the only reason that people haven't been able to make slave units was because they use proprietary connector. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And each company has it. But see, now they're getting to the point where they're not doing that. So Garmin actually was the first company that offered a HDMI and USB independent cable to where you could mirror. There's actually people that mirror that thing like I got a friend of mine that he goes all the way to South Dakota on Devil's Lake, and he ice fishes out there for perch. Like they got these monster perch. So he's got one of these, like they call it an ice castle. So it's basically like a 24-foot RV, but you drive it onto the ice.
Right.
And you dump it on the ice. Okay. So what he's got in there, he's got the live scope. Like I got a Garmin live scope that I use for my boat and for ice fishing. And he's got one of the first units where they did offer an HDMI cable where it goes to a monitor. So in his ice shack, you got the unit, and then it's got an HDMI cable, but it's just a monitor. Now what they did is somebody figured out, and actually it's a young kid from Minnesota, actually figured out how to mirror the function. So it's a touch screen. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. Yeah, so you can control
that just came out this year. So that's why I'm like, you know what? At least what this kid did, if I invest into that, I know that it's going to stay good for at least 3 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
Until the newer and better shit comes out. So, but then, there's all kinds of problems with it, because then you're not running 12 volts. You got to run a 16 volt. So it's got to be an independent standalone lithium battery just for your electronics.
But you can hook it up to your charging system, right? So it's
Yeah. You know what? It's fucking. I mean, Bob, it's ridiculous. The fucking batteries alone, my budget's going to be around $4,000. Then the wiring harnesses, all the independent wiring harnesses, because you can't have this shit hooked up to anything else on the boat. It's got to be direct to your electronics units, because the better the power, the better the images, the better the shit works. You know what I mean? And then trolling motor, like the trolling motor I got now, it's remote control. I mean, it actually deploys and stows by itself that I got on my boat. But the thing is, you can't mount the transducers on that type of trolling motor because it's a the thing rolls up and down. It's actually got a rubber belt that makes it go up and down, and it does everything on its own. So it's just a pain in the ass. The trolling motors now, they're $3,000. For that's an entry level without all the GPS and all the gizmos. So I mean, like I said, I mean, you're talking about besides the cost of the boat, you're talking about another 20 G's in electronics, wiring, and lithium batteries alone. So it's like, do I want to go to a place that's going to charge me $5,000 to install when I could simply do it myself? Which I have done for years. I used to make my own wiring harnesses. I used to make wiring harnesses for my friends' boats, because I always kept my electronics independent from my boat, from my boat. You know what I mean? My boat wiring. I always anything that I would add, like my trolling motor, was always isolated from any electrics from the boat. Same thing with my my electronics. I mean, and the thing is, now that I'm going to go south, the boat that I ordered is no more. See, that's why I might end up. I kind of want to keep. I kind of want to keep my boat that's set up for big water, for Lake Michigan and salmon fishing, because that boat's got a main motor, kicker motor. I got one electronic anchor. The boat that I ordered is basically a aluminum bass boat. It's an aluminum bass, because I'm not going to troll down south. I'm going to just, I'm just going to settle on fishing for bass and panfish and shit like that, because that's what me and my wife enjoy. But I do want to be able to come up north and do some walleye fishing. I do want to come up here and do some smallmouth bass, because there's a window for all fish species, especially like when they come in to spawn and shit. That's the best time to catch them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's smallmouth bass fishing. I go to the Big Bay Danak in Michigan, and Travis Bay in Michigan. You can't get, or Green Bay in Wisconsin. You can't get any better It's the best smallmouth bass fishing in the United States. But you got to go there, and you got to go there when they come in to spawn. When they come in to breed. That's the best time to catch them. That's the biggest fish that you catch. But unfortunately, you got to do a little combat fishing, because it's not like everybody knows that they actually have professional fishing tournaments structured around the times that these things spawn. But up here, largemouth bass, which I love fishing for, is it's not the best. I mean, you're lucky. I mean, all the time that I've been fishing up, I mean, the biggest largemouth bass I ever caught was 7.25 pounds. You go down to Texas, that's nothing. You go down south, that's nothing.
Really?
But those guys from Texas, you ain't gonna catch 6-pound smallmouth bass, which you go up here and you go to Green Bay, Lake Michigan and Green Bay, and especially when they come in. The two best times to catch them is when they come in to feed, when they follow the migration of smelt or edelweiss,
yeah,
or gobies. I mean, they're always there for the gobies, or when they come in to spawn. I mean, there's nothing fucking better. I mean, smallmouth bass. I love smallmouth bass. Same thing with walleyes. When you go to the Fox River up in Green Bay, up in Wisconsin, and the walleyes come in to spawn, you catch fucking monsters. But you got to combat fish because there's fucking thousands of people out there doing the same thing. So you got to find the little honey holes and do your little homework, you know?
We got a great question from Pavel. Why were you banned from all English-speaking fishing forums worldwide, Curls?
I wasn't banned worldwide. Fuck you.
So here's my question. When are you going to get Patrick Philippe on a boat fishing with you?
AD never calling?
Yeah. I mean, we know it's going to happen. Is it the first year that you live in Texas or the second year?
When I get settled, you know, the thing I want to do is I want to find a place that's turnkey, and I want to have what I never was able to have here. And what I want to have is I want to have a place where I never have to unhook. I never have to unhook the boat, and I never have to. I don't want to unload the boat anymore. I want to just have it hooked up to have a dedicated vehicle, have it hooked up to a vehicle. I want to be able to drive inside a fucking, I don't care if it's a barn or a steel
RV parking garage
or a steel outbuilding, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to unload the boat. I want to be able to have maybe my 30 rods and reels that I'm going to have for the rest of my life that I don't have to change, and just have all my baits in the boat. Because right now when I go fishing with my boat, Bob, it's at least a 2-hour ordeal just to get the shit ready to go. And then when I come home, it's another 2-hour ordeal to put everything away.
That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah. And I paid a lawyer, and I tried to get what they call variances here. I tried to get a circular, like a horseshoe driveway. So I had 2 driveway entrances, you know, so I could just pull in and pull out. And the village fucking denied me on that. I tried to add a third bay, a deep, you know, like an extension to make a third, a 3-car garage. So I could just put the fucking boat and trailer in there. They denied me on that. So, I mean, that's a pain in the ass. I fucking ended up moving into this fucking place, and I couldn't have, you know, I had at that time, my boat was brand new. I had to leave it outside. I tried to get a variance to put in a covered carport. They wouldn't let me do that. You know, so, and it's not the homeowners association. This is the village. I mean, I literally put up 2 sheds. One shed was for my, shit for around the house and tools and that. And then my other shed was for my 4-wheeler. So I was like, I'm not going to have a fucking 4-wheeler and not have a place to put it. So I put it in there, and they fucking came and they fined me, and they told me to fucking move the shed or take it down. And then I fought him on that. I ended up winning, but I had to pay the fine. And then I ended up buying a fucking 18-foot enclosed fucking trailer because I couldn't put another outbuilding on my property. They fucking would never give me another permit for that.
So it's okay to park that big ass trailer there, but not to put a structure on.
That's what I ended up doing is where I wanted to put my third, the third bay for a garage. I ended up, I went and bought a fucking 18-foot enclosed fucking trailer. And I was like, you know what? I got all this car stuff that for my Fairlane, I stripped it down. I'm not putting that in some fucking piece of shit, shed. And I'm not going to put it in my garage because me and my wife, I put my wife's vehicle in there, and I'm like, I got this property. I had enough property, and I was willing to spend the money to put in. I was going to pay for the 2 aprons and the 2 driveway entrances. That's all I wanted. I mean, I was like, I submitted the plans, and I was like, well, how hard could it be to get a variance? I mean, they every single time I tried to get a variance, they wouldn't even let me put up the fence that I wanted to put up. I literally had to put up the only fence that I was confined to putting up. It couldn't be taller than 4 feet. Okay.
Wow.
And it had to be 50% see-through. Now it's because I live on the corner. See, if I would have ever known that a corner house was going to be the biggest pain in the fucking ass that I ever could fucking wish for. I loved it. I fell in love with this place because of the lot and because it was on the corner. And being on the corner was the biggest nightmare that I ever fucking had. And it's not like I got a homeowners association. This is the village that I live in, the township. Because when you live on the corner, they consider your house dual frontage. Okay. So you got a dual frontage. And when you get this dual frontage, they got like fucking special codes in this fucking town for this shit.
So the fence is nothing though. I mean,
no, but see, as long as the fence is the frontage of the house, you could put a 6-foot privacy fence. Soon as you go past your building line, it has to be 4 foot at the highest, and it has to be 50% see-through. So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? I go, I'm putting up this beautiful fucking fence. I want to wrap it around all my property. I want to enclose it all. Why do I have to transition to a different fence? Well, you live on a dual frontage, you know? And you know what I ended up? They got me so fucking pissed off. And it was hilarious because my daughter gave me the idea. And she goes, oh, too bad you can't make a fence out of trees. And I was like, that's fucking, at that time she was 12. I go, that's genius. I go, you know what? That's genius. I went to that village and I asked them, I go, give me your codes on landscaping. Mm-hmm. And the lady was like, what do you mean? And she goes, the only thing is that you have to have a 6-inch setback. You know, you have to, whatever you plant, bushes or whatever, has to be 6-inch setback. So whatever, if you going on an easement, you know, like a sidewalk or the end of your property line, it's got to be a 6-inch setback. Beautiful. I went and got a fucking buddy of mine that owns a nursery, and I bought his whole stock for the whole year of American Arborvitae trees. So I put in a piece of shit vinyl coated 4-foot chain link fence and 158 fucking American Arborvitae trees. So now it's hilarious because when you look at the you know what's supposed to be a 4-foot fence, it's like 14.5 foot high, solid fucking evergreen tree. Wow. And it's the best thing. You know what's great about it is because I live on a busy road. It cuts the sound down in half. You know. Oh,
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was pissed because at that time I had 3 dogs and 2 of them were big. And I was like, what the fuck? I go, if the kids walk by, my dogs are fucking, if they stand on the fence, they're taller than fucking 6 foot. You know, I mean, so that was it. I got disgusted. The only reason that I didn't fucking book from here was because the only reason we actually moved in this area was because at that time my daughter, you know, was using the schools, and the schools were fucking rated, you know, as high as they get for Illinois. And that's the only reason that we came here was for the grammar school and the junior high and the high school. Because at that time when we moved here, she was, I don't know what the fuck she was in, 5th grade, I think.
Right.
So, and that was worth everything. So, but now it's like, you know, Baba, I want a ranch house, but I want a 60 by 40 foot fucking outbuilding. I don't care if it's a steel, you know, building, or if I have to build that, I have to build that. But I don't want to remodel. I'm done with remodeling houses. I don't want to do anything with the house. I just want to buy a house that's ready to move in. If I have to have somebody build a fucking outbuilding, but I want to be able to have a vehicle and the boat, and I never want to unhook it. I want to leave it just the way it is, ready to go. Because, I mean, you know, my wife loves fishing as much as I do, you know. Mm-hmm. So, and I want to go somewhere where I don't have to fucking, where I'm not subjected to fucking ice, snow, and cold weather for 5 months out of the year or 4 months out of the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. You know, you understand why all these people move to Florida, or all the snowbirds move to fucking Arizona and shit.
The villages, baby.
No, but you know what? It really raises the quality of your life. It really does.
It does when you're older, for sure.
Yeah. What the fuck, man? Next year I'm going to be 60 years old. I don't see myself fucking shoveling, even ice fishing. And I love ice fishing. I don't see myself doing that shit no more. I'd rather Go on my boat and fucking eat. I mean, what's the coldest it gets down in Texas? 30 degrees.
Yeah. Well,
You know what?
hopefully
Maybe
your power stays up.
I don't care about that. I don't care. I don't care about the power outage. Gives a fuck. I'll take care of that real quick with a generator.
Super chat. Super chat. Oh wait, sorry, wrong channel.
My wife is like, she goes, you better wherever we go. I just don't want to be dealing with tornadoes or hurricanes. She got stuck in Port. She went and visited her mother when her mom was alive in Puerto Rico, and she got fucking caught in a fucking bad hurricane.
Wow.
She ended up, she got stuck there for like 3 weeks. It was driving me crazy because I was like, fuck am I doing? I was asking her to work remotely for me while she's in Puerto Rico dealing with a fucking you talk about bad infrastructure and losing your power. I actually went the next year. I went down there with her, and we ended up putting a little gas generator system in for her family. It's crazy.
Well, Curly, I've got to run. My dog's got to walk, and you got to walk your dogs.
Yeah, me too. I was waiting for you to pull a pin, man. You're a fucking dedicated streamer, dude.
Hey, I go till the end, man. I usually ride it out all the way.
You don't blame me. Hermie, you ready, Hermie? You gonna kill your channel, Hermie?
Pull it, Herman.
Yeah, Herman, do me a favor. You know what? We all get along on these streams. Don't have anybody banned, please.
Unban him.
Or unblock them. We gotta all get along. Either that or it gets awkward. I don't like having awkward moments.
I mean, you can ban Higgins.
I don't want to come on and then fucking you get that, crappie leaves because I come on. I mean, I don't want to do that to your channel because that makes me feel awkward. So
yeah,
that's why
the
Jag off. That's why the Jag off does it. So, anyways, you guys have a good night, Baba.
See you, Curly.
You're starting to get fucking addicted to these streams worse than me.
Yeah, man. You called me out. You called me out, man. I'm a stream whore.
That's good, clean fun, Baba. It's good, clean fun.
Yeah.
See you guys. See you, Hermie.
Bye, Herman.